kill
Y'all
him?
managed to knock him
Did we
unconscious, I
knock him
believe.
unconscious? Let's see. I thought we knocked him out and tied him up.
Pulled my old office armoire off out of the garage, and I'm rearranging now.
Boy.
I'm getting off the pool table. It's going to be demoted back to a laundry holder.
Well, I didn't actually write down whether we killed the guy or just knocked him out.
I think you actually knocked him out. That was y'all's intention.
I thought we were trying to knock him out because we wanted to interrogate him, but
Yeah.
I think we tied up the two guys out front for sure, and then the main fighter, the guy who came rushing out, I can't remember if he was killed.
I think we killed him. Yeah.
Killed him? Okay.
And then what about the priest downstairs?
Priest downstairs was the last guy y'all fought, and I believe that's really the one I was curious if you knocked him out or not. And I think you did knock him out. Well, I'm going to say you did because that was part of what thwarted my plans.
Okay. All right.
Because he had his own plan. He had his own plan, and y'all thwarted that too. So, so you captured that guy, and so that's where we left off. Was just knocking that guy unconscious. You saw the Couatls coming down. He'd already blown the horn already, which called the Couatls, got their attention or whatever, and that's where we are.
Okay. So we all ran up and were standing at the stairs there. Jasper was blowing the horn as he came up, seeing if he could wrest control of the Couatls, if this thing does in fact control them. And just kind of waiting there at the front, looking up, trying to see what they're going to do. Flint there next to him?
Yeah.
They changed direction, and they're doing their lazy glide down to where y'all are.
Okay.
And you have time because they're like little spots along the mountains. So, is there anything you'd like to do before they get here?
Brand probably wants to hide somewhere that he could get a shot off on him from range.
I'm going to call over to Hargus and just say, Hargus, do you have any stories or songs about those creatures? I have no idea what those are.
Yay. This is nothing, no such as what I've seen before. Bring it back. Sorry.
Well, all we can really hope.
The ones of our world are supposedly some kind of guardian, but I have no idea. I've never seen anything like this.
All right.
I guess prepare yourselves for battle just in case, but hopefully this can be resolved peacefully.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, you watch them lazily make their way towards y'all. They have a definite serpentine motion in the air, but like every winged creature, they have a autonomy that means they don't. They just lazily drift towards y'all as the wind takes them. And anyway, they land, and one of the one that's the most colorful and obviously the largest lands, and the rest are just circling overhead. You summon me, and you realize it's talking in your head. There's no actual words coming out of her mouth.
Is it talking to all of our heads or just Jasper's?
All of y'all at the same time. So what do you want with me? You've used the horn.
I look at Jasper, hoping he had a plan in mind since he was trying to take control of them.
Just happy it worked. Yes. Greetings. I'm Jasper. This is my friend Flint. Hail and well met. Good sir. Sweep his hat off and bow.
Well, you get a different impression it's female in your head. I mean, you can ascertain that just by the way she's talking and what she's saying.
Bottom, yes.
And she says, I lost my track of mine. My son's messing with me. Yeah. Only time he wants my attention is when I'm doing this. Is correct. Everything together. What is it you want? You've blown the horn. What did you say to her again?
Just introduced ourselves and just hail and well met.
Could you help us get out of here, perhaps?
Only you have the way out. Would you command me to enter your world again?
No, we would actually.
No,
we would.
That's
frown
not
upon that.
necessary.
How did this horn come to hold you under sway? How did that come about?
I don't know how such an artifact came to be laying around. Surely it must be some givings of the god, and she says some god, but it's nothing you've ever heard of. It's obscure in the extreme. Even the language of it is obscure. He created us and placed us here, and we have not heard from him in millenniums.
May I ask, where is here? Where are we? From our perspective, we came through a large tapestry into here, but where is here?
This is the world of the Serin. You may have seen them running on the plains, and their gods created me.
The world of sin?
To guard his great temple.
Did the previous bearers of this horn treat you well?
They treated me with respect, for I was in their hierarchy. Some of them in later ages, in more recent ages, even called us gods, but we know the truth that we are not gods. But we are bound to this plane, and our vitality is tied to it.
I see. Very interesting.
She's basically an abandoned avatar.
So this is a different plane of existence, not where men and dwarves and gnomes primarily live, huh? Different plane entirely, right?
Yeah, there are people like us here. Have you ever seen any people like us besides these priests in this house?
There's none like you here. You have too few limbs, for one thing. But the Sims have some they've captured that appeared like you did on the plains, and had plans for them. They plan to use their corrupted ritual to entertain themselves, where they have captured a Behir.
Is that an Arcana check?
She puts an image of your head of a serpent with many legs.
Ah.
Lots of serpentine creatures here, then, I assume.
Right.
They're good to eat, but you must bite them quickly behind the head.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Note to
The
self.
battle tactic, Jasper. Good to know. Well, we don't want to impose on your plane. We'd just as soon go home. What would you like us to do with this horn? We're going to take its owner back with us for judgment.
If you give me the horn, I will bother you no more. And I cannot be swayed to be commanded to harm you.
I mean, that's pretty good. It's pretty good.
For me.
How do you feel about maybe doing another job for us back in Valkstad?
Like what?
Well, there's. I gotta wait for Austin on this one. Can you hear? Oh, you can hear.
But
Yeah,
as
sorry.
long as he's doing that, my intent was to intent was to kill all of you when I was flying over here until I heard the horn blown again and the bond changed. I don't think you have anything to hold me that I would be interested in.
Okay.
We have no interest in causing any more violence here. I can assure you that.
I do not want to cause any violence here. I would like to barter maybe for some violence somewhere else. There's some slave traders back in Valkstad that are holding some of my people hostage. I don't know how you feel about your people being taken as slaves or that sort of thing.
Can you leave this plane of existence, though? You mentioned your vitality is bound to it. Helping us would entail leaving this plane and entering ours.
Hey, the big priest. I'm sorry, I'm mixing my characters. The big priest had a way of opening the plane, but I don't see the device that he used to use that. He's speaking to you with one eye on you, one serpent, just golden eye, just unmoving and just kind of keeps doing this and just not moving.
Yeah.
You hear this in your head.
Well, as someone who is attempting to stop slavery and free my own people, I'm not going to use this to force you to do my will, but if perhaps you had some sense of wanting to repay a debt for freeing you from this, then I would be very much obliged if you would help me in that. It's an evil person over there for sure.
I have no interest in entering your plane, only to be left alone to rule this one.
Were you the one who went into our plane and captured a couple of our women? Was that you?
I captured two creatures there, at the command of the priest.
Right. I see no need to obligate these creatures anymore, Jasper. I say we let them go free. They won't be at the command of those people anymore, but we will find someone else to help with that task.
She doesn't show any interest in getting involved in your plane or your people. She's very neutral. There's no, rapport with this creature. She's like 70 feet long with emerald feathers and, like colored like every color in the rainbow, like a cockatiel.
Yeah.
And there's no, you're below her.
You had to ask.
If anything, she's being generous because enslavement is not something they're accompanied to and accustomed to, and having to answer the commands of the heart of the horn are, offensive to her.
Yeah. Reasonable.
So,
why don't you hand over the horn then, Jasper, and we can be on our way.
You're not gonna attack us when we give you the horn back, are you? I mean,
no, I have made my offer and I will stick to it.
Fair enough. Much
We
obliged.
accept.
My lady.
I
pick it up and hold it a little bit higher.
Take a middle nod of her head, and she you may set it on the ground
I give it back to Jasper, who's closer to the ground.
And the thing lifts in the air, and she takes it underneath her, and she's got the one set of giant claws, which look familiar to you now that you connect them to some things you saw earlier, and she grasps at one of them and leaves. Do not linger on the plane. The sim
We don't blind.
like their entertainment.
Oh boy. All right.
Well, I don't need to be told twice. Let's get this guy back to Valkstad for a proper trial and get out of here.
Sounds good to me. All right. What about the other two? The first two that brought.
Oh yeah, are the mother and child conscious? Are they well?
They're conscious. They are inside, confined.
Yeah, we'll let them out and.
We'll free them and then just sort of, I guess, go forward into the grass toward the portal in kind of a box formation. I think with them in the middle, kind of protecting them and everything.
Okay.
Don't want those lion folk getting too close, but
these are a couple of pampered women that aren't accustomed to physical exertion, and
how long did it take us to walk here?
they're both, barefoot, basically.
Oh, that's no good. How long did it take us to walk here?
Well, I believe it was a day, or nearly a full day.
Oof.
It's this evening now. As a matter of fact, the days are longer, and it's starting to get dark. The days are much longer here.
And it's starting to get dark.
Right.
Maybe we should take a rest here first, or should we brave the darkness? I'm fine moving forward. I'm not that tired. My gadgets are all charged up still.
I could make two of us into giant flying praying mantises or giant flying bees or something, and then we could mount up,
that would be cool.
and we could all fly back the way we came.
I wouldn't mind riding a giant flying animal.
All right.
Or being one, as long as it wasn't a bug.
What else would it be, though? What sort of giant flying thing is there? I mean, birds are
How
pretty
about
tiny.
an eagle or a bird? Something that
A giant
actually...
eagle. That's crazy.
Yeah.
There's them Couatls looking fellas.
Yeah, can you transform into one of them?
Oh, man, that would be a bit outside my purview, I think.
Just
I
natural.
would suggest. I get the impression that these people see themselves as the masters of their domain and wouldn't see it kindly.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's something I think about.
So wait. So we've got the main priest and the other two guards. Do we have 3 prisoners right now?
The other two guards have
The ones up front?
died while y'all were inside.
Oh, they
they
did?
have mysteriously passed away. Yeah.
Oh man. Did the lion people just come and slit their throats or what?
It looks like there's a small blade entered into the back.
Oh man. A small blade.
Ooh.
Well, it was a narrow, sharp blade. Pointy.
Does it look like something the size that those lion people would carry? They had big claws.
No, they have
teeth.
They had big hawking spears and, or you'd even call them lances, I guess, if you were a horse rider, and bows mostly.
I'm going to take out the knife and look at it. Does it look like one of Brand's knives?
Oh, there's no knife. There's nothing left. It was just a nice hole in the back of their neck.
Oh, okay. So it was just a wound. Okay.
Right. Just
I'll ask you.
Sorry.
Brand, you didn't
Mercy.
slaughter some people doing their job again, did you?
Well, Brandon getting that smirk he always gets that you're not sure if he knows something or he's just being a smartass, just kind of goes,
Oh dear.
Well, less baggage, I guess. Hard to say, but guess we only have one person to worry about.
anyway. You have the two ladies. You have the one prisoner who is bound and unconscious still, unless you try to wake him up. And you can stay here tonight, or you can try to fly back to where you entered.
I'm fine flying back. How about you, Jasper?
Yeah. Do we think a single flight would get? It's only an hour of flight, but I could either do
It actually would be pretty fast flying.
because we'd be out of that nasty stiff stuff, so
The
we might be able to
grass
make it back.
and
Maybe with a little bit of walking.
rolling hills.
Slowed us down a lot. And it was kind of uphill, right? We were kind of in a bowl or a valley or something.
Okay, so
yeah.
we've got 2 flyers, and then 2 women, and then 2 more men. So each of the flyers would need to take 2 on them. Does that? Do I feel like that's something I'm strong enough to do as one of my giant flying creatures?
You're a giant flying creature. I think that would be easily accomplished. The only danger is them falling off, really.
Okay. Cool. Let's think here. What would be best?
Because you have a therapist.
I can fly. I can ride alongside one of you, or on top of one of the flying creatures, and keep this priest, ready.
Yeah.
And then perhaps the woman and her daughter could ride on the other one.
Yeah. If the bugs are cooperative, I think you could. If y'all are cooperative, have enough sense to be cooperative, I think we have enough rope that we can tie them on.
Oh yeah.
Target safe.
Okay.
Yeah, a lifeline kind of thing.
Yeah. So one of us will have to take 3, and the other will have to take 2 because I forgot about the priest prisoner.
Right.
All right.
Actually, it'll be 3 plus the group, so
right. So 7.
just Hargus, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, Hargus and Brand.
Yep.
Let's say.
But then 2 of us.
Whoever wants to.
Yeah.
Argus, can you cast fly? Not for
that's
an
right.
hour.
I can fly. So
that's right.
no worries.
Not for a full hour, though, right?
I'm not sure how long it goes. I
not
can
an
look
hour.
it
I think
up.
it's 10 minutes.
Oh, for the bow. The bow's less time.
Kind
Or
of just
the,
thinking
the
like
harp,
as long as I wanted to play my harp. Let me see here. That means I have to find it. I just wrote down fly. I guess I'll have to look up fly. Unless one of y'all know it off the top of your head.
The normal spell is an hour, so I would have assumed it was the normal fly spell for an hour.
That's what I would assume. Unless there was something I don't know. So, all right. An hour, it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, awesome.
Even if I don't quite make it, I'll be close enough I could walk it pretty easily.
Yeah, we can make it most of the way.
So, working out the logistics takes y'all quite a while. The suns are set. Y'all are quite tired. As a matter of fact, this is like a 10 or 12-hour day. It's much longer than your normal, sunrise and sunset. And quite hot. So, but you're easily able to make it. You make it back. You vaguely get, after a little searching, you find where you landed in this world. There's a big trampled down area that's starting to recover already. And you don't see a portal. There's not a portal.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yes.
This is the spot, right? We're sure we didn't pass it.
I'm pretty
You know,
sure.
it's hard not to be certain because it's the only trampled down. There's a few trails in the grass, but
Yeah,
really,
we cut down.
made a
We
very
cut down some like
purposeful-
dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh no, this is bad.
okay, wait.
This is really bad.
The priest has to know how to get in and out.
That's true.
So it's a good thing we didn't kill him.
Yes.
Is he conscious?
Very good.
he's not conscious.
Ah, bloody.
He won't revive.
He won't revive. Is he faking it? Is he pretending to be unconscious?
He's not squeezing his eyes closed or anything.
I'm going to take one of the thin reeds from one of the plants, very thin and long, and I'm just going to stick it up into his nose and just kind of just tickle it around.
It doesn't seem to be affecting me.
Oh man, he's out. Oh bloody hell.
It is. I can't remember.
He's got no pulse.
Ooh,
He's not breathing.
I didn't stick the reed in that far.
Did we bonk him on the? Did we bonk him on the head? I can't remember exactly what happened in that fight after he burned us with
I
that.
just remember him saying it was stunning damage, and y'all knocked him out.
Right.
Any of you two have some healing magic? Maybe that might.
Yeah, I could. I hate to waste a heal on the likes of him, but yeah, I may as well.
Can't find any wounds on his body
That's.
other than the knot on his noggin.
Huh. Can I do like an Arcana check or a Medicine check to try and see why he won't wake up? Something along those lines.
Yeah, I think Arcana might be good.
Arcana.
Yeah,
Medicine, maybe.
you need to roll high.
Well, let's see how I do. I only have a plus.
Maybe a
3.
wisdom.
Only a plus.
Oh.
Which one? I guess if it's like
Maybe
a
a
magical effect on him, then it would be Arcana. If it's purely physical, then it would be Medicine. If there's some
Then
weird
Arcana.
religious thing, it could Arcana. Okay.
Before Arcana.
Okay. Not with a natural 3.
Anybody else want to try?
Maybe I should.
I'm pretty good at. What was it again? Was it Arcana?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at Arcana. 16.
16, you realize he has cast a spell on himself.
No way.
Okay. He cast a spell on himself, Jasper. Do you have your those goggles? Maybe we can figure out what spell it was.
Yeah, sure. Get him out and put him on. Flip him on. Try and look over and see what sort of magic is on him. See if I can.
He has like a magical blanket over him. He's cast Feign Death on himself in hopes that you'd leave him.
I actually forgot to check for a pulse, so I've just been towing him along. Feign Death assumes that your captors do the basic due diligence for making sure you're still alive, I guess. We're too darn ignorant to be tricked by something like that.
He's about out of spells now. So.
That's funny.
Well, all right then. I guess we'll just wait for this to wear off,
how long
and
does
then
that
he'll.
Wow.
I don't know. It's a shame I don't have any way of dispelling it.
I haven't learned how to do
we
that
can just
either.
wait.
I can
Does
dispel
Hargus
it.
have dispel? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. Hargus, I love having you around, buddy.
Sing a dispelling
He
song.
lines up. Bong, 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 bong. Wake up! Anyway,
Give him a little slap
And,
on the fanny.
yeah. And the kicking. It seems to involve kicking when he does these things.
That's all Hargus' spells
Yeah,
do.
unfortunately for this guy. and he grunts and groans, obviously not used to the kicking, and rolls over, and his groans grow louder as Hargus continues singing part of the spell and the jig, which involves kicking. So he is conscious,
Not too hard,
obviously.
not too hard. We did hurt him pretty bad, Hargus. We don't want him going back
Still trying
unconscious.
to pretend it. He's completely healed.
Wow.
He's been just quietly healing
Oh,
himself,
jeez. And then a feigned death while we were up top talking to the Couatls. He was healing
right.
himself up, and then that's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Of course, he didn't know your plan.
Yeah.
He was hoping you'd leave him.
Well, all right. All right, champ, come on here. Do you want to leave this place, or do you want us to
What?
leave you for the lions to come eat you in their free time? I hear they like to play with their food. You ever seen a cat play with a mouse before? It's actually,
Savages!
yeah, it's bad. It's really bad.
You wouldn't leave me for those savages.
I would. I really would.
We already got some people to play with.
I mean, you ever seen a cat just kill something for fun? I mean, I've actually seen them with tiny, cute, little precious lizards actually cut their little stomachs open and eat their entrails while they're still alive. Just for fun.
You
That is
would
a
want
horrible
that to
picture.
happen to you now, would you?
I have seen worse. Do your worst to me.
Look, no, I don't think you understand. We don't want to do these things
I mean,
to
I
you.
sort of do.
Sort of, but what we'd like better is just some justice. We want to take you back to Valkstad, put you through justice, and keep you alive. Don't you value your life, sir?
You fools, you don't know what you've done. How did you even get here? After the last break-in, you'd think they would have learned.
The last what now?
Oh, there was some other rabble that came through here, and we bargained with the Sim, and the Sim... I'm surprised they let you go.
Who were the
What'd
other?
you bribe them with?
Boy, what did we bribe him with? I'm trying to remember how we got out of that. We talked to him for a little bit. I think we were just polite. Let's see, what did they say? Oh, yeah, they just wanted us to get rid of you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite simple, actually.
Yeah, they just don't like you. Yeah, no, that's all we
What?
did, is we said we'd help them get rid of you. And,
After you set their planes on fire and settle them a little bit, running them off a cliff, they tend to settle right down and be respectful.
oh boy. Oh boy, I can't
Yeah, I
even
can tell
imagine.
why they don't like you much.
I bet they don't even kill you right away. I bet they work on it for a pretty extended period of time. Really just take their time with it. Do you
I
know?
think it's in everybody's best interest if you cooperate a little bit. What's your name, by the way? I keep calling you priest or whatever. What's your name?
Serin,
Serin. Look, Serin,
and
we...
Leiden was the warrior you left in the dirt bag. Taking care of the Sims was his doing.
Well, your ritual or whatever purpose you had for kidnapping those innocent women is so spoiled. You're not going to do that again. So, going forward, why don't you tell us how to get out of here?
I apologize. What is the main god's name there in Volkstad? The Earth God.
Yord?
Yord?
They were they were just leveraged so we could further the name of Ills.
Ills, right?
Yord.
Not
What a
fan.
bumpkin.
What?
Bumpkin followers.
Why don't you tell me about ills? What, like, I mean, make a pitch. Here we are, to, have
Ills,
some,
the all-seeing father of all the gods. That Ills.
the father of the gods. Oh, whoa, one of those.
Of the 1,000 eyes. All-seeing.
Right. Do you think he has seen you here? Then
In this forsaken place?
maybe no.
Yeah, I'm sure he knows I'm here. My magic still works. My gifts are still functioning here.
Did how does he feel about failing in a mission? Is he pretty forgiving on that sort of thing?
Bills doesn't bother with those sort of things. He knows all. My master would be greatly upset by this and offended.
Would you like us to return you to your master?
It matters not. He'll find me either way. How do you think we got here?
I was actually hoping you would
I
tell
would really
us.
like to know.
How did you
You
get here?
go. Did it involve a tapestry by chance?
That's how we got here. That's how I was brought here, yes. But he told me that he made a deal with he got here through arcane means and the assistance of eels, and made a bargain with the serpent who aided us in abducting the lady torch holder. The lady's torch holder.
Interesting. What about the bargain of?
Well, the serpents told us that we knew the way out,
Yeah.
and we did, but it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's odd.
How did you get in?
We came through the tapestry. The portal of which was right up there, but apparently it doesn't exist anymore. Somebody closed it, maybe. I don't know. Is it only open a certain time of day?
No, we always raise it, put it on the rack, and it lasts as long as we want it to last.
Think someone took it off the rack? Do you think someone came into the room?
Well,
Most likely.
we took measures so that wouldn't happen. We paid off the bartender. I don't know how they could have tracked it to our room.
Money.
Well, maybe.
Lots of people.
Maybe.
Well, I'm asking for our money back from that inn when we get back, because apparently they don't have good security.
At the very least. I suppose our only... If someone came and took the tapestry, then they'll probably move it and open it up again, I would assume.
This fellow's nothing but angry, righteous outrage.
Does the portal always open here when you exit through it?
I was always
this what-
flying when I came through.
Flying.
The serpents would come and change the guard every day, and we would stay here, or every few days, and then we'd stay here until the next supply shipment came, and the serpents would return us.
Interesting. Well, I suppose we could just wait the night and hope it opens up in the morning. We've got Hargus's handy hut. We could hang the night in there with relative safety. So.
Yeah, it's been a long day. There's nothing else to do at this point, so yeah, let's do that.
Oh, we should probably take watches for tonight as well. Make sure that nothing sneaks up on all of us, at least.
Or sneaks away.
Yeah.
As I look at Serin.
Definitely need to keep an eye on him.
We're going to set up a watch for the night.
Yeah. Can Hargus do his tiny hut?
He's already been preparing it in anticipation, and it's ready to go.
All right.
I'll take the first watch. I'm I'm fine. I'm not too sleepy right now, so I'll take the first watch if you guys want to get some shut-eye.
All right.
Alright,
Sounds good.
that's what we'll do.
All right.
Nothing bothers you tonight. There's just for the odd sounds that you're not accustomed to in this odd place. Definitely not your usual night critters. And the next door, though your hut actually ends before. What am I trying to say?
Before dawn or before
Before,
the 8 hours?
Dawn. Before dawn.
So it's still
Yeah.
dark. Right.
When it gets dark, I'm going to just take a look at the stars. Does it look like the same stars that are back on Amara?
No, not at all. I mean, if anything, there's more stars in a belt across the sky, and definitely not the same sky.
I guess as we're going to bed and kind of looking at those things, and maybe Flint's looking up at that as everyone's getting ready, Jasper will walk over kind of doing the same thing, just like, they are pretty spectacular though.
No moons, and the most notable thing is the three sisters aren't there, which is alien enough, but the sun seems twice or more the size of what you're used to.
Are there any moons?
No moons that you've noticed.
Oh, it's eerie.
I'm so used to
feels
very dark. Very
not
dark.
like home, and you look up there and it's not home. This is a little bit concerning.
I always I never quite realized how comforting it was to have the three sisters up there looking down on us, Just always seemed like they were sort of watching out for us.
There's a morning star, but that's it.
Yeah.
Took little things for granted.
Seems a little colder, doesn't it? without their light.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just keep looking up and see if the portal reappears.
Okay. No, it doesn't. It's not gonna come back out. I mean, you wait as long as you wait, and it never does reappear. You realize it was just the slightest of shimmerings when you saw it from this side too. So
yeah, I think we'll wait till dawn and then probably give up.
Well, we tried throwing stuff through where we thought it was, right, just to make sure it's not just there and we can't see it. So we throw stuff through the area, and it's definitely no portal, right?
no real results. No.
I probably levitated up there too with my levitation boots and just yeah, nothing. And then
It never disappeared.
yeah, pretty sure. Well, okay, so we can't go back the way we came.
Right. Maybe the Couatls know a way out. I mean, they said we knew it, but it's not here.
Well, we don't have the horn anymore to summon them.
Yeah.
Well, as you were waiting, you do hear horns, and eventually you realize the Sims are coming up to where y'all are. Remember, there was a depression, and they're kind of circling y'all until y'all are all, aware, and they come down into the little depression, and they say, the one you met initially isn't with them, and these say something like, well, it's all gibberish, but you get the gist of what they're saying. And that's come with us. But they're communicating with spears.
Got nothing better to do.
Suppose we could go for a walk. Yeah.
I assume any direction is closer to home than here, so I'll just kind of put my hands up and then just sort of get close to the woman and daughter, just kind of protecting them a little bit.
All right.
Sticking close to them, and then just following them.
They grab up the women, and they attempt to grab y'all up, and they start heading off.
Into comfortable
These are big
seated
creatures.
positions on their back.
No, they just grab you with their front arms. With their manipulating arms. Do what?
I don't resist. I just let them.
You don't resist.
I just go quietly, basically.
Okay. Hargus is resisting.
Hargus, calm down.
No great effect. So. Ooh. Okay. I'll find my dice here. Well, long story short, he gets cooperative. He gets beaten into cooperation and slung over one of their back, and they go. So, first one they wrote a 2019-18. Probably the best rolls I'll have all night.
Pretty good.
Hargus appears to be unconscious. And anyway, you're on your way.
Okay. All right.
As we're
Once
going,
again,
I'll just say, do any of you speak Common? Anyone understand me at all?
No, their language is pretty primitive and choppy and very. It sounds animalistic to you, of course, because you don't have the same mouth parts they do. And they got the fangs. You got time to examine them up close. They've got the fangs the whole 9 yards. So, very lion-like. More lion-like than they are human-like. So, they go. And, of course, after an hour or so, they arrive at basically a cave entrance in the middle of the plain, or a dugout, with a big dome, and I guess you call it a wattle roof. And they go inside, and they ride around, dump y'all unceremoniously amongst a whole bunch of their kind.
Okay.
What do you do?
I lean over to Jasper and I'm like, didn't you guys say that the portal back to the material plane and the shadow?
Sorry, Jasper.
I lost you.
Got cut in your throat a little bit there. What was that last bit? The portal was what?
Didn't you say that there was the portal that you ended up returning to the material plane was in a cave?
Yes, it was.
Do you think that's normal, or is that just that particular portal?
I couldn't say. I've been in more caves that don't have portals to other planes than I have ones that do. So, but maybe I just wasn't looking, right? I have to admit I wasn't searching for secret tunnels in the other caves. So maybe. It's a good question.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I guess eyes open, right? Hello, lion creatures. Is there someone here that we're going to speak with, or?
One of the creatures does have one of those head pieces that you saw earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Very similar, and it has a big jewel in the middle of it. And he says a bunch of unintelligible syllables, and it comes out. You fight the serpent.
Okay. So, is Couatls the hunt master here?
Oh, good job. Couatls not in this village.
Okay. Is he coming? Are you going to bring him here? We had a deal with Couatls. Every
intruder fights the serpent, and then we talk.
Oh, right. Okay. It's sort of a look. Sounds like we got an initiation kind of a situation here, boys. Sort of a. Okay.
Sort of.
Just the
Let
four
me
of us.
find him.
Just the four of us then, right? Women get to stay outside of the snake pit. Is that fair?
We won't make your women fight. You don't want them to.
No, yeah. If we could, that'd be preferable.
Not all women are fighters.
That's true.
These look soft.
Yeah, these two have already had a rough go of it, so... all right. Snake fight. Okay, sure. Is it a snake, or is it one of the Couatls?
You haven't seen the thing.
Right. Mr. Lion.
Although the main,
Flying snake?
the Thunderer, we captured him several weeks ago. He's fresh and angry and ready to fight. I'm actually looking for the Thunderer right now.
What is the? Why are we doing this? What will you give us if we fight Serpent for you?
You don't die. And we talk.
All right, fair enough.
Is it
fight for you?
Is it one of the Couatl? Or one of the flying snakes? Or one of the... Is it a land snake?
No, it is not one of the Guardians.
All right.
We would not start anything with them.
Okay, all right.
We don't want their attention. Sorry, y'all bear with me, man. Maybe I should be more proficient at the...
We ask a lot of questions.
No, that's fine. Okay. There we go. He's very he's not exactly eloquent, even with his translator. It conveys simple things. He says you fight, and then we talk, and that sort of thing. That's what we do. Is what he says.
Right.
Apparently, that's any intruder has to go through this initiation.
Hazing.
So he kind of unceremoniously, they heard y'all over. Their warriors are rough. The females seem a little more sedate, but definitely a warrior culture. And they heard y'all over and unceremoniously dumped you into a pit.
Mm-hmm.
It's all, there's some timber they got from somewhere. It's a dugout pit in the middle of this chamber, quite large. And, everybody's around, children. The whole community is standing around leering at y'all. And then from the other side of the pit, you see about a dozen guys get just thrown in. Some of them literally in the middle of the pit. They look
Are
like
they humans?
It's a mixed lot. They're mostly there's tieflings and humans, a few half elves and elves. Maybe one or two dwarves.
It's a lot of folks.
It's a mixed lot, but just your initial impression is they are military, or were in the military. Still have some remnants of whatever uniforms they had on.
Jasper just gives him a wave. No, Jasper's just waving at the other people from our plane, just like, hello.
Well, they kind of form up and they shuffle towards y'all. They said, "Are we in this together?"
I think so.
They turn their backs. I got this side. We got this side. One of them speaks up. I'm Septian.
Any of you do any healing, or is this all just sort of swinging swords over on your side?
Mostly swinging swords. All our mages and our cleric died really quick when we met the Grims.
All right. Well, if we make it through this, I'd like to hear that story.
He raised an eyebrow. We fought. And we lost.
Sorry to hear that. Maybe it's good we didn't. Hargus, how you doing, buddy?
Hargus is he's come around, and he's gone ahead and healed himself.
Okay.
Just a few more lumps for character. And he eyeballs the guys with a questioning look. Where'd you find these fellas? And he seems familiar with what they're doing and kind of falls in to rank behind them.
Does anybody want to be...
Come on, lads, stay close.
Does...
Watch your men beside you.
Oh man, didn't have time to roll for my pets this morning. We got carried away. No shadow pets.
He started playing his harp, and he is. I think he has time to give all y'all inspiration, at least all our crew.
Juice up a little inspiration. All right.
Without ceremony, I mean, they seem to be passing out a drink, and everybody's drinking, and there's a little bit eating, but mostly they're drinking. You see a lot of interaction as they're gesturing at y'all, and then at one end of the thing, they raise up this pole gate, and there's darkness in there. And all of a sudden, this long creature with many legs comes charging out with a dragon's head. And it makes a sound like releasing steam and screams at y'all.
Not a snake, not a snake, not a snake.
I think this might be what the Couatls were talking about. They'll be here.
So, what do you do? Initiative. I mean, this thing there's no question when you look at it, it has a very expressive face, that it's really into murder and eating whatever it murders.
I just love killing. Killing. Oh, hey.
That's what I go for.
Finally rolled a decent initiative.
Freakishly fast. It kind of circles the whole place while you're trying to size it up. And you get a good feel for how long it is. It's about 30 feet long with legs all the way down its sides.
If anyone wants to get turned into a giant bug at some point, just holler out Jasper, bug me, and as soon as possible I will turn you into a giant bug when you'll have a nice little buffer for taking damage too.
I think Brandbrick would raise his hand if you want to run him. I don't have time to learn it. So what did y'all roll?
I imagine he somehow snuck away and is just sort of watching us fighting his
Probably got into the betting. Sees an opportunity. So what did we all roll for initiative?
17.
Ooh. 18.
Ooh, excellent.
Just got you.
Okay, the Septian's crew did fairly well. They rolled a 13. And then Hargus rolled a 3. So... And unfortunately, the here rolled a 16.
Ooh, nice. They are nasty looking little buggers, aren't they? Ugh.
Yeah.
They're more like, you remind me of like skinks, this particular picture at least. Skinks are like the nastiest of reptilia. I think almost all lizards are pretty cute, but skinks are just like... They're gross.
Yeah,
like if you're
going to be a snake, none of this half lizard, half snake.
Yeah, it's like make up your mind, skink.
Yeah.
You're a gross middle
I'm very
ground.
on my water.
It does speak draconic.
It speaks?
Oh, it says all kinds of crap.
Oh, really?
And Hargus tries to say stuff back. As a matter of fact, when he realizes it's speaking, but most of the things it says are, and Hargus just goes, "Oh,
No.
there's no reasoning with this fella.
Tell him
He wants to eat us."
tell it to kill the jerks who threw us in the pit, and we'll help him fight all of them.
He can't get a reach on those.
You can cast fly on him. Tell him you'll cast fly on the Bahir, and he can go up and kill the jerks.
All right. Oh, that's a no-go.
That would be amazing.
Not even with his charisma can he pull that one off.
All right, well, we tried. That's his decision to kill us now, so
I did try.
he's just complicit in it. All right. Who's up first?
All right. That would be Jasper.
Okay, Jasper's going to get a shot on him, and he's just going to plink off with a nice guiding bolt. Just pull back on the string with that shimmering bow energy, and the magic just kind of forms off the staff and shoot off a... He's going to go for a fairly good-sized one, but not his max. So let's do it at level 3, and we'll roll for that. So it is 17 on the die, but that is... He's not sure about that. So my inspiration I have to use before we declare it, right? I don't have to use it before I roll, just before we know the results of the roll. Yeah. It's a D10 at this point? 17.
I think the 8.
We need a 16 to hit this bugger.
Oh, well, if it's looking like it's going to hit, then I'll just go with it.
I was going to say, I mean, 17 is a lot.
Yeah. I just don't know for some of these draconic things, it could have been... all right, so 4, 5, 6 D6 coming up. Ooh, couple 6s. That's 9, 15, 25 points of radiant damage.
Ooh.
When it's covered in this swirling glitter, and the next attack against it will have advantage.
25 points?
Yes.
Okay. Now it's its turn. It releases with a electrical breath weapon that radiates from its face in just a fat cone and takes off the end of Septian's... Oh, wait a minute. Let me roll. Yeah. Takes off the end of Septian. Takes out 2 men in Septian's line.
Ooh. Pick 2 of them off.
Let me just check it right quick. Oh. There's one time the dice were in your favor again. They are just carbon on the floor. The stench of burning man flesh is in your nose now, and the side of the wall, the timber wall behind them, is on fire. Okay. So basically, this electrical charge passed right by y'all, killed the men standing beside you, and went on to incinerate the timbers on the wall behind you. And the thing is circling, looking for a place to attack y'all now.
Okay. Flint, I guess?
Oh, sorry. I'm carried away with my description. What do you do, sir?
All right. I'm going to say, I think we'd best spread out then, so it doesn't do that to all of us.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna run around to as far as I can around it, just to the other side of it. Whoa.
Okay.
Got really loud. And let's see. I think, well, since I'm going to make use of that guiding bolt energy, since it's with advantage, so I'll start with, I'm just going to just 2 thunder gauntlets. Bonus action, well, let's see. First of all, bonus action, a defensive field with my guarding armor, so I'll just and just get 7 temporary hit points. And then, I'll run to the side and just smash it twice in the tail with my fists. First one has advantage, right?
Yep.
Correct.
That's good, because that was natural 4, and instead I got natural 4. Gosh dang it.
No way.
And that's only 10 total. Okay, so that first one was... Man, what a waste. Okay, first one misses. Second one...
You got your inspiration.
Second one's better. 24 on that next one. So I deal 9 points of thunder damage, and it has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than me until my next turn.
It has disadvantage on other attack rolls except for you?
Yeah. So I'm kind of taunting it with the... And that's my turn.
All right. Jasper. Okay, Septian's men are advancing on the... They're basically trying to cut it off from circling them. So they're just moving in unison around towards it. Let me see if they can make an attack. Okay, that's good. They all are making their attacks. They seem fairly effective at it, too. The Behir didn't like it. Okay, they do 33 points of damage to it altogether. The Behir shrugs off some of it, but some very effective attacks. You see they know what they're doing, and somehow in their coordination they're able to fend it off while they're fighting together. They're able to, you see that cohesive force, and are able to fight off the Behir's attacks while attacking it. And then Hargus is going to do his thing. He's going to shatter. And just this invisible force makes the wind and the dust raise off. Wind blow in your face, and the dust raise off the ground, and the thing just kind of collapses in the center where the thing is hit by it, and yells out did quite a bit of damage for our first round. Thing lets out this rage yell, and is draconic. It'd probably be foul language, but he is going to attack. And I guess the issue is, who is he going to attack? Okay, Hargus. Let's see what's going on here.
It has disadvantage.
Well, he missed all of them. So, it's top of the round. Jasper?
Righty.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Jasper.
Ooh, Jasper's got some tough choices to make here. But, alright. The 2 guys that dropped, do they look dead, or do they just look unconscious?
Two of them are sizzling carbon on the ground. There's two more. You knocked out four of them.
4 of them in
The
one.
other two look unconscious. Yeah,
Okay.
I forgot there's a radiant damage.
Jeez. So
They only took half damage.
So 2 are dust and 2 are unconscious. So he'll.
Dust is generous. This is a gooey black slag
Ooh,
that smokes.
dust would be
Oh.
preferable, huh? Okay. He'll run up to the 2 that are unconscious. Put a hand on each of them if he can reach. And just say a little prayer. Just Tree Father, spare them, please. And he will twin a level 1 Cure Wounds, healing both of them at the same time. So they, oh man, good roll, 7. They each get, I think, 10. Yep, 10 HP each.
Okay, that brings them gasping awake back to consciousness. They're kind of randomly grasping for weapons or whatever they can get a hold of.
Jasper will just be like,
Still quite
yeah,
injured.
yeah. Stay back. I twinned that, so I can't do another one. And that was, yeah. So that's all
Well,
I can do right now.
Okay.
I'll just bonus action activate my my bark skin, which is the blessing of the Tree Father for +1 AC for a minute as a bonus action.
Okay. Now, Flint, is he drawn to you by your taunting?
He just has disadvantage on attack rolls against other people. Against me, it's normal, but everyone else he has disadvantage.
Yeah, there's so many of you.
Just my Thunder Gauntlet, when I hit him with it, it kind of lets off like a little in his ears if he tries to fight anyone else. So,
Could I do
Okay.
one thing before
That's
we move
cool.
on to those guys?
Yeah.
Do I have time for a quick thing?
Absolutely.
For object interaction, can I, like, throw my belt of acid? Like, I've got 6 vials of acid on, like, a little, bandolier thing. Can I grab it and hand it to them and just, like, just stay ranged. Don't get close to it. Encourage them to keep their distance since they're so injured, and maybe they can chuck vials of acid at it. And there's one alchemist.
Yeah, they
fire on
understand
there,
what
too.
you're saying.
Yeah. And I'll
They understand what you're saying.
and I'll spread out and keep my distance from them. So
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what they do in their turn. Because there's so many of y'all, I worked out a random
yeah,
approach to attack.
Yep.
So,
that's fair.
Jess, yeah, okay, but you're
didn't he already go?
he hasn't went yet this
This is
round.
the second round.
I thought he used his lightning breath and then he attacked Hargus.
You're right. Sorry,
Okay, right.
you're absolutely right.
Okay, so
Okay.
is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Okay.
And this thing is continuously moving.
Yeah, I'm just gonna clang. Got 2 Thunder Gauntlets. First one is 17, and second one is 21. So I think that's 2 hits, right?
Uh-huh. Yes.
All right. So
Sure.
10 points of thunder damage total.
Ooh.
And that's it for my turn.
Hey,
Still just kind of moving on the opposite side from the other warriors, trying to flank it and trying to keep its focus away from Jasper.
all right. You realize Septian's men do look fairly beat up. It looks like they've already been in a fight and lost. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, Septian just keeps moving towards the guys. He seems like the most skilled of them, and he basically with those guys behind him, he forms a formation, and they rush towards the thing. So, Septian freaking bum rushes the thing with a flurry of attacks. We find his dice here. 9. He does 25 points of damage to him. And then the other guys were... Oh, yes, they were. Let me see here. Okay, one of them can do something extra. All right. And they just crash into the side of the thing. It looks like they're trying to use their physical force to shove the thing against the wall, where they pin it for a minute, and you see their weapons just coming up and down in fury of movements, and opening gashes all over the thing, cutting, severing limbs. But the thing is still up, in fury, screaming, you know. So we'll see what Hargus can do here. Here you go. Same thing, just crushing damage on the thing. You know, it's collapsing more. You can see it's losing endurance. In the top of the next round. I mean, the thing's still freakishly vibrant in its energy and strength. But, you know, you can tell it's definitely suffering. So, Jasper, what are you going to do, sir?
I'm going to fire off another guiding bolt, and then I will quicken a cantrip. Well, I will quicken the guiding bolt and then do a normal cantrip arrow as my standard action. So bonus action for the guiding bolt. So I'll activate the... No, I'll just roll for it. Because I still got... Okay, so glitter bomb arrow coming at it as a dirty 20 to hit for 4d6. And that's a total of 13 points of radiant damage. And then, yeah, he'll do a... Everything looks like it's going through. It doesn't look like it's resisting anything so far. All the damage. It doesn't look like it's resisting any damage or anything at this point.
No, it was able to resist some of it, but no, your magic is... No, it's not resisting that.
Okay. Good. Well, he'll just do a firebolt then for 2d10. He'll shoot it with advantage because of the guiding bolt. It's a 21 to hit, so it's just going to be 2d10. Another 15 points of fire damage.
And that does it in. As you do that, it does grab up one of the guys. And as it grabs it up, you see it freakishly. Once again, its agility is stupid. And it just wraps one of the Septian's men up and starts to crush it. And then you hit it, and you see all that force bounce off of it, and the thing just kind of relaxes its coils and collapses on itself. But the guy's still trapped in it.
Are Septian's men trying to pull him out, I take it?
Oh, yeah. They react immediately. They're binding wounds and circling back up. They grab the guy. Some of them are banding him up while the other ones circle y'all. Or us. We all kind of fall into their circle as we fall in.
Yeah.
Like they're ready for the fight. And they're pretty banged up.
Yeah.
So, and that guy's unconscious.
I'll give him a healing potion. Healing potion.
Revives. The other guys didn't have a chance to react on their turn, but they had lined up behind everybody, getting ready to lob acid over the top of the Septian's men.
Yeah. So he's got 7 HP to that guy who was unconscious. So not a lot, but he's back on his feet.
That's helpful. Basically, all of them were down half from their original hit points. I just made a bunch of work for myself.
It's good for you.
But y'all rest for a minute. I mean, the minute the thing collapses, everybody just goes quiet, like freeze for a second, and then chaos. Ah! You know, there's every kind of cussing and foul language and slapping on the back and obviously exchanging bets, and guys crying and guys cheering, and the kids are all, you know, bailing out. They drop ladders, and now they're all cutting up the bahir. And all the chieftain felt, he's not a chieftain, but all the warrior says is, now we have to catch a new bahir. And let's eat.
I wouldn't mind trying a little bit if you're passing the meat around. I've never tried this beast before.
It was a sentient being, though, right? Like it was talking to us, like
low intelligence.
I didn't hear it talking. It was making all kinds of weird noises, but
Hargus.
Yeah, very low intelligence.
I don't.
He's about as It's hard to say. He's about as eloquent as the Sims here.
I just have a rule about eating things that I've had a conversation with, even if secondhand. So I'll just stick with breakfast for now. But yeah,
it was about talking to a troll. Me bash, me eat, me do other rude things. Me go poop, fart. You know, that kind of level.
Right.
It's not like at all like talking to a dragon, although it would speak a draconic.
Yeah.
I would say it's a dragon tin of some sort.
Hopefully he didn't have any big relatives that are going to be upset about it. I guess
they're keeping the meat, putting it on sticks, and sticking it in the fire.
Yeah. All right.
Hargus takes one.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, I thought of the chicken.
Really, chicken?
Little chewy. Have you ever had snake?
How's Septian is his name? Septian?
Oh, they look like they're in a daze. As I said, all of them are down half their hit points. They've lost a good chunk of their company. And y'all can roll, I don't know, would it be an observation or insight check?
Yeah, that could be.
Is this something you've seen in the past you didn't connect?
Appropriately low.
Two of the men that seem to be... No, sorry. Had to catch up. I was all ready to tell you. How about that, Flint?
Oh, there you go.
You were
Good
there,
job, Flint.
You rolled a 19? Well, two of the guys that are sticking close to Septian, you've seen them before in the bazaar.
Oh, look.
They were asking questions.
Oh, back in Amara.
Right.
Man.
Only that they were all scattered. They weren't together.
Jasper's going to come up to him and he'd be like, did you guys find the tapestry in the temple? Is that how you guys got through?
No, we were shoved through. We got captured, and they shoved us through.
Got captured?
And that freaking jade statue, like that, got the best of all of us. Between the jade statue and those fellows with spears, we all lost it right there.
Gotcha.
So we ended up escaping through the. You can hear the verbal escaping
Yeah.
through the tapestry, and almost immediately we
Captured
located that.
these fellas.
We located the blockhouse, and almost immediately the Bahir, the Sim, the Lamia, uh, beat the ever living daylights out of us before we even knew what was going on. Killed half my men and
Hey,
captured us. And we've been sitting in small cages ever since.
oh, sorry about that, Captain.
They took us to the priest. The priest said, "Kill him, kill us." So
Mercurial little things, aren't they? These lamia creature. They kill dinner and suddenly they get all friendly.
they're savages.
Oh no, we've lost Flint. Flint's taking a nap.
Looks like he's trying to come back.
Whoops.
Septian has a slow, measured way of talking, and he says they're savages. I'd kill them if I could, but it's not likely.
We're fairly outnumbered. I think, yeah. Hopefully we can just get out of here now. And let them deal with each other.
They ate my men. He just says it the same way he says everything else. They ate everybody that fell.
Well, I wish I could help with that. But...
I always say that. I don't say it for sympathy, only that you gain understanding of my attitude.
Yeah.
I saw the look on your face when I said it.
Understandable. Well, for now, maybe we try and talk with their chief and see what it is he has.
So he had a stick with roasted bahir on it in one hand, some sort of creamy alcoholic beverage in the other.
Maybe we should we try and talk to him while he's in maybe a good mood, Flint? Maybe see what if there's any greater design for us.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Okay.
You talk to him, I'll say to my men, hopefully we can get out of here together if that's okay by y'all. I'm not ready for another fight. I know that.
For sure.
Yes, we will do what we can to get as much of us out as possible.
One thing, I haven't seen a lot of wealth. If you see most of the leaders, have you seen the baubles they're wearing?
I haven't noticed. What are their bubbles? Tell me about their bubbles,
He's great.
Scott.
Well, when you speak to the chief, I'll let you speak for yourself, but trying to speak the high road here. Hearing your sultry tones. You see they got these great, a lot of them wearing these big chunky gold arm bracelets and necklaces and stuff, and they're this big rounded square gold connected together and with rough jewels. They're not sophisticated, it's just big and a lot of it. I mean, there's one square out of this one warrior is wearing this necklace, and it looks old. It's filthy. It's obviously gold. And one square of the necklace is probably 10 gold pieces. You know, when you think about scale.
Yeah.
And they just wear it like grass skirts, you know. They don't even think about it. They're just trophies of war, I guess.
Flint, I have a feeling they don't really respect the smallest of folk. So I don't know. You're a bit taller than I am. Maybe you want to take the lead on this one?
Well, Hargus is the eloquent one, and he's taller than both of us.
That's true. Hargus.
Probably combined.
Hargus.
You can stand on my shoulders. Is that what you're saying?
Go parlay with yourself quickly.
You do the talking. I'll be your bodyguard.
Hype man.
I'll watch. I was going to say, watch my back. What do you want me to ask him?
I guess let's find out generally where everybody's coming from. If they know how to bring them here, they could at least know where the portal is going to open up next, or something.
And most of them are settled down on these mats, padded mats that they will obviously woven out of the straw with some of the, horse grass with some technique. Hargus he does this like kind of gaudy warrior walk you've seen a lot of swordsmen take, and he's strumming on his harp, and you realize he's magic, and he's throwing his calm down spell on him, or feel good cheer. Good cheer. I think that's what we settled on.
Yep.
He's throwing his good cheer spell out there, and when he goes up to him and starts talking to him, he says, "So, thank you so much for your hospitality, Chief. Where do we go from here to get off this plane and leave you to your sport?" And they're all full of snake now, so they're all kind of sleepy, and the song has made them, and the drink. Yeah. So they're all pretty docile now, and they're the only way. The guardian is the guardian of the eye of the gods, which is yonder. He points towards the pyramid. No one goes there, for it is said that it is cursed, and no warriors return when they go in there. But if they say at the top of the pyramid, when even now the guardian goes there, there is a portal to your world that the god is supposed to return through. That may be how you go. I don't know how the other ones came. I saw the guardian bringing, but I know that the only way I know of is there. And he converses with who looks like their shaman fellow, because he's just quiet watching off. Says, what Lycan says is true. Your way out would be at the pyramid. We have no such magics here. And the guardian has abandoned her role here, and is now sees herself as the lord of this place.
Well,
what he says is also
why
no warrior has returned.
I think we know why nobody's returned, because they get to go home, right? So I'm okay with not returning here.
This is the home of the lamia. Why would we go to your world?
No. I don't think you'd care for it.
Maybe they go and they like it so much they don't want to come back.
That's ridiculous. This is the heaven that our gods have given us.
They probably get
That's true.
eaten by Couatl, I would assume. There's a lot of folk eating each other around here. I would assume it's just that sort of thing.
I don't know. She doesn't go there anymore. Occasionally, one of her children will be seen entering the eye, but they never. There's no clues as to what they do when they go there.
All right, well,
let's set off for the pyramid then.
Yeah.
So, you've given us a great feast. Everyone will be grateful.
Well,
perhaps you should leave while everybody's in good cheer.
It's not a bad idea. Yeah, we'll get walking.
She's considerably more eloquent. The warriors.
Yeah. It's probably not a bad idea to get some distance between us. And I guess our little group of castaways and ragatags grows a little bit larger now by a group of part-time soldiers and adventurers. Septian.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that went
Jasper will
well,
give him
believe it or
the
not.
Jasper will give him the group introduction. You know, we're the Firebrands. If you meet out in public, you have to. Here's the secret handshake for the Firebrands, and everyone has to eat crickets for breakfast. We'll get you the armbands later. We're working on the guild house for us, just us. We've got another one, but
We were the Young Sons once as a company of mercenaries
Young Sons, that's pretty good.
close along the coast, but I'm afraid we've fallen on a lot hard times since the wars, and we were actually looking for a clue to a quest, and this fell upon us.
Right, yeah, quite the detour. What quest were you looking into prior to this?
We're looking for an old city called Forgehelm, which is rumored to have, well, for one thing, one of the kings of the coast and the White City has offered a great, what would you call it, reward, a great reward for the return of, they call it a helm, but they say it's a black mirror which can transport people and objects and communicate over long distances if you know how to use it. But we're looking for something else there.
You were looking for something other than that?
Yes. For they are, that's where it's said that the swords of renown were made. And with such weapons, we could, and if we could figure out how to forge such weapons or gain the ability to forge such weapons, our company would be great again.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. King of Forgehelm. Oh. You ever heard of that place there, Flint? Forgehelm? Familiar to you at all?
Let me see.
Yeah, it does sound familiar.
Only in rumors that I've heard recently. If you recall, when we can't think of the name of the town right quick.
Bogstad?
Not Volkstad, the caravan hub.
Oh.
If you recall, when we Volkstad. If you recall, when we entered Volkstad, there was talk among the caravanners of, and of course, I was just exchanging songs, but you'd be surprised how much lore and information you can gain just sharing a few poems and songs. Talk about one of the ancient cities before the fall that was destroyed by dragons. And it was the place that supplied all the great weapons to the witch kings in the White Cities.
The White City.
Really random information. Obviously disconnected. But it makes for such a tale.
Indeed. Huh. Interesting. Are you going to pick up that chain
Hargus.
after
Hmm?
if we get out of this place? Do you intend to pick back up on that thread, trying to find these swords of renown?
We'll owe you a debt, because I don't think that would have went near as well as it did. I don't think we'd be having this conversation if y'all hadn't have showed up. So I'll repay my debt, and then we'll see. I have a map. At least part of a map is the reason I started this. But it doesn't get me where I need to go.
looks like we'll have plenty of time to look over that sort of thing as we walk. That pyramid's a good ways off, so we'll be walking for, what do you guys think, a couple days probably, huh?
It's so hard to judge. I mean, the thing just sticking out there in the middle with the mountains behind it, it looks bigger than the mountains from here. And sitting in that grass like that, it could be a day, it could be a week. I bet you in a high spot, you can see 3 miles or more.
Should we fly there? That seems to be a bit more efficient of a means of travel.
How many?
Do you have a flying? How are you flying?
Well, we've got Septian's men, though. There's too many.
Yeah, might need to make a march then, huh?
Yeah.
It can certainly give my men time to heal.
Yeah.
By the way, Hargus is doing a song of healing that heals them all at the same time. If y'all have any wounds, it'll heal y'all too.
I didn't even break a sweat in that fight, so I'm doing fine.
Rub it in.
We had.
It's not what I was planning. I promise.
We had a nice collection of poor.
I tried to get it to bite me. I wanted it to get away from the other soldiers and bite me. That's what I do. I protect people, but it just seemed to.
It could tell you.
The thing I was so nervous about.
I guess didn't want the little dwarf.
I think it could tell that you were too hard of a nut to crack there, Flint. He saw these tender little morsels, just, flesh just begging to be bit, and here you are, this armored little kraken coming at it, and so.
I don't know.
Good enough.
When it let loose that lightning and took out 4 of my men, I thought, done for.
No.
The only reason it didn't take more is the others seemed to shake it off.
Well, I saved those 2. That was all Tree Father right there. Those 2 were down for the count, but a little bit of Tree Father's healing sap, and they're back on their feet.
The power of their injury, you can gauge it easily by the searing of their clothing on that side of their body that was next to it. So.
Just missing a big chunk of. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh man. All right.
Pardon me.
Well, I guess we'll mosey at a reasonable pace until people start getting
tired. So you're
tired.
Going to part? The lamia don't offer you any.
Sure. Yeah.
They say, beware the predators of the plain.
I mean,
farewell.
Yeah. I mean, I could.
They're really kind of indifferent.
I could polymorph a couple of us again, but that would take a lot of my energy for the day.
I think Hargus can polymorph.
Oh, that's right. Hargus can
people.
Polymorph. So 3 of us. How many of Septian's
I don't know about a giant.
How many of Septian's men are there?
There's 10 left.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's way too many. We can't do anything with that many.
Yeah, let's just forge a path the old-fashioned way.
There's 10 left. Hargus can do polymorph. It'd probably be more effective playing his harp. I can reduce the journey and the fatigue of the journey, so we can reduce it or get about by a quarter.
Like a plan?
Real quick before we move on, just because, I love my little dust balls so much. They're so much fun, and it's just always a treat. Let's see. Just everyone get ready. Everyone you form up the murder circle in case the dust balls turn evil, and we'll see what we got for the day. Oh boy. Okay, I got my order of animals, and now we'll see who turns evil and who stays good. So number 1 is a very friendly, snuffly boar. Just big old boar. Number 2.
It's no goat.
Yeah, it's no goat. Number 2 is okay, no, yeah, that's yep, a very friendly black panther. Just. And here we go, number 3. Come on. Oh, good. A friendly giant elk. I rolled an 8 last. I was like, watch that be the one that turns evil. So Jasper's for sure gonna ride on the giant elk. His favorite mount.
Maybe let the women ride up there with you as well. They don't look like they're accustomed to long marches.
Jasper gets off.
There's plenty of room up there. You barely take up any room on
the women
back.
get up there. He's like, no, it's awkward. What am I gonna sit on their lap? Am I gonna hold the elk's horns and she's gonna hold me around my tiny waist? That's not gonna work. He kicks the dirt.
Oh, I don't know.
he'll jump on he'll jump on the panther instead. It's not as high, but all right. This will do.
I think I can levitate for quite a while with my heart.
It's probably like an hour.
You just hold on to the moose's tail.
Just float next to it. One hand on an antler and just kind of mosey along.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
That might be good for conversation. Is he starts telling you about why the Northmen loved sushi.
Salty. All right.
Let's go towards the pyramid
Just
then.
march along for the day, and
It turns into days' journeys.
oh wow.
Shoot. How are we gonna feed it?
For 2 days, nothing eventful comes. Hargus, he throws his tiny hut every night, which is ample room for everybody.
Did they
What?
Did they kill the priest from who was the priest of Illis, or did they just give him back to us without any trouble? Like,
They threw him into the pit with the rest of y'all,
Oh.
and I didn't even think about it,
he's
honestly.
just bound up.
He was trussed up.
Okay.
Yeah, they just
See
threw him in.
one of the charred corpses?
Yeah.
Yeah. And frankly, they threw the women in too.
Oh man.
They didn't think anything of it.
All right. So
But, they're huddled behind the corpse, so.
yeah,
I thought they said that the women didn't need to fight.
they don't have to fight. They can
They
stand
did.
there in the corner and
did.
die.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to fight.
Who cares what happened?
That's-
Yeah, good answer.
oh,
So I
Dang it.
only have I've got 8 rations left. How many men are there?
yeah, half rations for a bit.
10.
Yeah.
At least you start out with a full belly if you ate snake.
Yeah,
If,
that would probably last us a day. So,
let me check my rations.
um,
I've got
are there-
5 rations.
are there any berries or any little wild game that we could catch on the
Oh
way?
my goodness! You know what I just realized?
There is nothing
Nothing.
but the plains.
Oh my gosh. My
There's
background
nothing but
feature.
grass.
My background feature of Outlander lets me gather enough food and water to feed myself and my party if there's any food and water to be gathered. So if there's
A moment.
anything edible or
Okay.
drinkable, Jasper can find it. If there's nothing, then he's out of luck. But
Boy Scout.
yeah,
All 4 days, you see these huge herds of bison-looking creatures of all sorts. There's bison-looking creatures, is what I said,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, there's also they're huge. They're big scale, stags and whatnot. There's even some smaller deer and stuff, but you realize there's nothing to set a snare with, and it'd be really hard to hunt them.
I mean,
The smaller
we
creatures in the
would run
grass.
out of rations after 2 days, even if we went on half rations. So I think after the first day, we start hunting as we go. Jasper would get on one of his animals if he had one big enough, and whoever wanted to go hunt with him, he would go out on patrol hunting. If I don't know if Flint wanted to convert his armor to stealth mode and go hunting, or
I have a snare gadget,
yeah,
if that would help.
yeah. Between flushing them into the snare and hunting traditionally and things like that, we could, use. I mean, he's got 3 animals that one of which he could polymorph the animal into a giant animal, and it would still do his command.
Oh, that would be sweet.
You do that in battle. That would.
I've been holding on to that one. Haven't done it yet.
That would be, because then you wouldn't have to worry about breaking your concentration when it got hit.
Yeah.
But still, wow, that's
You could fly and attack them from overhead.
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing that for a while. I actually was meaning, I've been holding it and not saying anything about it every time, like waiting for my moment to do it. And now I'm annoyed that I let it slip, but it's okay. It'll be fine. When it does happen.
Do you need to make like a survival check or anything, Hargus, to see how well we hunt, or is it just kind of, do we do okay hunting? Because I'm proficient in survival.
Well, if you're proficient in survival, you can attack. I just need to know how you're going to do it. I think you'd almost have a disadvantage because of the grass.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different kind of hunting.
So
a small game just moves into the grass.
I have a snare gadget, and it consumes rope, though. How much rope do we have? Not much.
I have a bunch of rope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jasper has 50 foot of rope too.
Okay, it consumes 25 feet of rope every time. So if we just sort of ration that out, we could make it work. But basically, makes a circle with a 5 foot radius circle on the ground of rope, and then the trap triggers when a small, medium, or large creature moves onto the ground. And then it is magically hoisted into the air, leaving it hanging upside down 3 feet above the ground. And it's restrained there for up to 8 hours if it can't escape from it. So once it's hoisted up, we could just or chase the other ones away and then focus on this one or something like that.
Well, that would almost supply everybody. I mean, it would still be reduced rations, but it'd certainly stretch them out.
Yeah. So
Okay.
try.
So maybe let's expend all our rope, or at least
you won't have any excess ration.
Yeah. So we need 25 feet of rope every day that we did this. Yeah. And so, how many days did you say go by? 2 at first.
I've got 50.
I was figuring 4 days.
4 days. Okay, so
4 days. Okay. So I'll use my rope. And then whoever wants to contribute 25 feet of their rope can just cut their 50 foot rope in half.
We'll do the same. We could, Hargus suggests one of us could fly and throw charm or something on one of the animals and then bring it, or slow even, and then the rest of us could whack it down pretty easily without getting risk of getting injured.
Yep, for sure.
Although it seems like a waste. These beasts are huge.
Yeah. I mean, we'll take what we can. I'm sure it won't go to waste out here. Food seems rather scarce, so something will come along and get it. And if nothing else, the bugs will. So.
I think I can supply all the water we need with my mug.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We've got endless mugs. That's right.
Yeah. It'll take a while, but
we're just passing around the mug as we walk. It's just in a constant rotation. You fill it up, drink one, pass it down. Yeah.
So we're set that way.
Right. That probably handles it then.
Yeah. And I would attempt to, but I mean, these are big animals if you decide to go that route.
Do we need to play out taking one down?
When I think of big animals, one time we were at a place where there's buffalo, and this big bull buffalo walked through the car in front of us. Like it didn't, like it was walking through a bush. It just moved the car over as it
Moved
walked.
it to the side.
Not intentionally moving the car,
Yeah.
just walked through it like it's in my way.
Yeah.
It's just going to move when I walk.
Yeah.
Front wheel squealing.
Man.
So,
Impressive.
that kind of big.
Yeah.
Maybe bigger.
Well.
Okay. Well, we get on. There's not much in the lamia or the predators here.
Yeah.
So there's not much going to bothering y'all. There's snakes and stuff, but nothing's interested in y'all as y'all make your loud way through the grass. Keep in mind, there's like visually, there's like a 5 foot radius. You can see 5 foot. If you even see, it didn't feel like 5 foot, but that's how far you can see. So you see every once in a while you'll see the tail of something as it disappears. And eventually you make it to the pyramid, which has been growing every day. It's huge. You see stairs going up. About midway, there is big double doors on a plateau, and then it continues going up to the top.
Well, here we are at last. Can't say I haven't wondered what's up there. Very interesting landmark.
Yeah, very indeed. I've been
It
wondering.
kind of has the same rounded look as their jewelry.
Right. I was gonna say I've been
Just
sort
the
of
edges are all muted.
wondering what's
Square.
inside as well. It's like,
Should we go on ahead and scout ahead first, and then
make sure there's nothing.
clear the way for everyone else?
Yeah. Septian, you think you'd like to wait maybe down here? We can walk up ahead and make sure everything looks clear. We can keep an eye on the women folk. And...
We could do that, although I hate the thought of climbing those stairs twice.
No, yeah. I was thinking you stay at
If
the
you don't
bottom.
want to scale them.
Yeah, I was thinking you stay at the bottom and we'll, march up and take a look. There seem to be some doors up there. Maybe make sure that nothing is going to jump out at us and attack us on our way up. That sort of thing.
Can certainly do that.
All right. Well, let's move along. And I guess we'll
What?
look around. No guardians flying above us at the moment? Circling?
No.
Okay.
No, you see them flying once in a while, but maybe they're hunting or just whatever they're doing, riding the wind most of the time. But occasionally they'll dip down and bring up something
From the ground.
huge.
Yeah.
And,
All right. Well,
that's about it. There's some muted murals on the sides of the thing. You realize there are some kind of glazed tiles, mosaics, I guess you'd call them. But most of it is flaked off with age. Just old yellow stone,
all right.
a little coarser than limestone.
Start making our way up to the entrance.
Yeah, the stairs are. It's kind of arduous because the stairs aren't to your scale. They're a much larger scale than you. And
I'll
occasionally you'll see.
I was going to say Jasper's got his telescoping pole, so he walks up to the front of a stair and then clicks the button and goes and it gets into the top and he just kind of steps over, collapses it, walks up to the next one, sits it there.
They're definitely not the Jasper scale, and the dwarves are having a hard time with it too. Even Hargus is having a hard time with it, making these big oversized steps. And usually, step 2 or 3 steps, then big oversized step, 2 or 3 steps, big oversized step. And,
Yeah, long hike up.
But eventually you get there. Yeah, it's just dry and arid. I'm sure you were able to preserve some meat along the way. and if you're hungry, and there is the big double doors are closed.
Flint had a rough time because he's pretty overweight, so he's just sweating like crazy, and I'm just like,
Well, as I said, it's hotter than what y'all would be used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dwarves, dwarves weren't made for this kind of weather. That's why we stick to the high mountains and the cold weather where our beards can keep us warm instead of overheating us like this. Oh,
Yeah, everyone looks like they're melting.
Wringing out your. Ugh.
You know, armor designed for cold weather, not for a more temperate climate,
Right.
not a
Yeah, different ball.
sweltering plains with dry wind.
Might be the only time I've been happier that I can't wear armor like that is is in this particular weather situation.
Well, I mean, it's all according to scale, but you're all probably carrying at least 50 pounds,
I worked it out.
50 to 70. That's considered a light pack in the military.
Yeah, Jasper definitely has less than that. He's got.
Yeah, but it's the scale.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure yours is every bit as
He
as
feels heavy.
everybody else's.
He's got like 30 pounds.
Tiny backpack,
Yep.
tiny sleeping roll.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
my armor weighs 45 pounds, so that alone. And then I'm carrying another 95 pounds on top of that. With my
Oh, jeez.
yeah,
That's brutal.
I've got quite a bit of stuff. All my tools, mostly. I have a big backpack full of tools. So I'm just like, oh.
But
So we're at this door.
yeah.
No handle on the door, I take it.
All right. About midway up, they're just they have giant handles.
Oh.
It's two overlapping. They look like bronze, maybe doors, encrusted with grit. You have to scrape them to see that they're bronze.
Jasper will throw on his goggles, flick them on, and look around for magic on the door to see if they're magical. So I could do our.
There's no magic
No
on them.
magic. Okay.
No.
Next thing, and he's consulting his list of items from the list he makes. His adventuring list is always check for traps. That's the next one on the list. So no magic.
That's a good one.
Now let's check for traps. Flint,
There's nothing.
Help you out with that? No trap. All right.
No, I want to roll for that. Now that I think about it, that would probably be the best way to do it.
You want to investigate
Sorry.
for that, Flint?
Sure, I'm good at investigating for traps.
Do it with advantage. Jasper will help you. And between Jasper and Bran, that's a lot of investigating.
22.
Well, if there was anything to find, you would have found it. You realize that these are just overlapping doors. There's a big guardian. I'll call it a Couatl for lack of a better term. It is a Couatl. Couatl on one side, and then there looks like a god or something in an elaborate headdress, bare-chested, gesturing to it on the other. But that's it.
Can I try pushing the door open?
Yeah. They tighten up because they're pulling them. They're pulls.
Push me, pull you. Okay.
But, the joke aside, once you think for a minute, you're like, wait a minute, you turn. They actually move fairly easily, except until they collect enough grit to where they won't move. They're jammed open
Gotcha.
or closed. jammed in place.
Look into the
Right.
Stygian blackness within.
That's the description. That's exactly what you see. Just a black slit between the doors.
Yeah.
Is this a good place to end so that Brandbreck doesn't miss out on going in, or what do you
It
guys
probably
think?
would. Everybody said they were tired, and this probably might be a great place to stop.
Okay.